Typhoon Haryana, known as Typhoon Yolanda in the Philippines, was exceptionally powerful tropical cyclone that devastated portions of Southeast Asia, particularly the Philippines, on November 8, 2013. The city of Tacloban was hard hit. Large areas are still covered in debris and more bodies being discovered in the wreckage. Over 6,000 people died in the typhoon. The scale of the devastation is of epic proportions, and reconstruction efforts, although underway, it's going to take a long time before people can rebuild their lives. Over 500,000 people are now homeless. The shanty towns have quickly sprouted up again. It's almost like a self-rescue effort which is welcomed on a disaster of this scale. After almost 2 months, most of the roads have been cleared and electricity is slowly being restored in some areas. There's some normality in the city as businesses are slowly opening to the public. We visited people in what is left of their homes and temporary shelters for children and their families, giving gifts to the children to make their Christmas happen for them.
Go in the front.
Gigi, thank you. You're welcome. Gigi. You're welcome. Look, Gigi. Gigi, yang haran. Pila kamu, wala kamu Get one.
Okay, ready.
Ay, nakat na yung pagpa. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Din, come here.
The children showed us their school, which suffered extensive damage, and told us how they didn't like seeing their classroom destroyed. All the classroom is what happened to the classroom? Everything is destroyed? How do you feel? You feel bad?
Yes.
You feel bad that your school is destroyed?
This classroom is my...
This used to be your classroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
My classroom.
So do you think we should rebuild this classroom?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you want your old classroom back, right?
Yes.
It's not fun without having no classroom like this, right? Yeah. Come, guys.
Meto na ni Mama. Ay, nagdidig. O, say, didig ka to. Sa bag. Bag. Ako picture. Guys, bag mo.
Destroyed, right? All the school is destroyed.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go
Now you are the most popular. I am Father Nono Retiracion, Redemptorist. I am the parish priest here. November.
Yes, sir,
November
November 8th.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, I would say what happened is the people started coming, actually, because we were identified as one of the, say, shelter. By Friday, there's a swarm of people came because that's up. And we reached the peak, I would say, approximately just over 2,000 individual.
2,000 people.
Yeah.
And women and children.
Women and children.
everybody.
Because when we had the family, our peak of number of families is 324 families. That is church, the convent, including the corridors, our social hall there. And the water here outside is around 2 feet.
2 feet.
Yeah. The church, inside the church, there was no water, except maybe a few inches. But here, no water inside the convent.
Was the electricity gone?
Everything is gone.
was gone, right?
And
What did you do for the people?
well, basically just shelter them. That's all.
To shelter.
Just allow,
Right.
because this is the only structure I would say in the vicinity
Right.
that was not destroyed. Or what I mean is that the roof is still intact. Basically,
That's
there's
right.
only around 50 of the GI sheets blown off.
Right.
And then that church, the capacity of the church is the regular, say, if it is really packed with people on a Sunday service,
Right.
it will be around 1,200. So try to put 1,600, 1,700 people there.
It's a lot of people.
And they are literally standing on each other's toes. And the rain goes on. Children, approximately, we have more than 400 children. What I mean the children is 12 below. That's, there were 2 babies delivered there inside the church.
Oh, they were okay.
That
On that
storm.
on that.
The first baby was delivered, I think it was the 3rd day, and there was nobody to attend except the people, the evacuees themselves. The other one was delivered the 6th day. Yeah. It's good that the medical team from Iloilo already arrived. So there was
There was some.
there were 3 doctors and 1 professional midwife attended to the baby. So they stayed with us for 23 days.
23 days. Okay. How did you provide
Regarding
for
the
them?
food, the first few days actually, the first few days, people survived by the provision that they brought with them. And some of those that they scavenged in the establishment, food I would not consider it. It's scavenging for survival. And then on the 7th day, 2 of our vehicles from Cebu arrived. So we started distributing to people. And then more shipment arrived, basically from Cebu.
Tell me something. Like, we were approached by Father Leo, and now this is a church that in Canada approached me and told me about this church and how important it is. And then we've been providing enough funds to buy food and water and medicine. How important is it for NGOs like us to continue doing this?
I would say at this stage, we are beyond the relief. Food, I mean. I would more on rehabilitation
Rehabilitation, right?
and livelihood.
Right.
Because the food aid for me
Right.
We have already beyond the crisis situation that we need.
So this is good. Okay. Now,
it's
they need
more
to
or less-
rebuild their homes. People
Yes,
need to rebuild.
they have to rebuild their homes.
How many homes do you think got damaged in this area?
In our parish only?
No,
The whole
let's say
city,
Tacloban.
you mean? Oh,
There must be
approximately, I would say not less than between 12 to 15,000, maybe, homes that were maybe completely damaged.
We have been helping the Redemptionist Church provide food, water, and medicine to the 2,000 homeless people, including children, that sought refuge here.
That portion, actually, where there are holes, these are the portion that were blown off.
Right.
So that was already replaced, not really temporarily, but it's not really well repaired now, just to stop leaking.
And these benches were used.
They were sleeping, not only the benches, but including the floor.
Yeah, all the people were
Yeah.
sleeping on the benches, and
So that's why I said the capacity of this church is around,
Yeah.
including the standing, is around 1,200.
And how many people did you have in here?
Approximately, we have maybe 1,600
1,600.
or 1,800 in this area.
this area.
So they were cooking,
Good.
even here.
They were cooking.
Oh, they have their own cooking utensils.
It's a very nice church.
There are families there. There are families there.
One can see the names of all who died in and around this church. Two months after the typhoon, most of the people from the churches have been taken in by relatives, friends, or even neighbors, who are also generously providing the basic essentials. The generosity and compassion of the people will be the key factor to help with the reconstruction efforts in an area where some people continue to live in what is left of their homes. For many years, Father Nono has seen the city of Tacloban shaken by war, earthquakes, and powerful typhoons. He can remember World War II, during which General Douglas MacArthur came ashore at Red Beach, south of Tacloban, in 1944 to liberate the Philippines. We visited our school in Aurora, Isabela, that we have been supporting for many years, and were glad that it was not affected by the typhoon.
Hello, children. Selamat po. We just came from Tacloban. We have a lot of families there that were affected by the typhoon, and which is
Hoy, nagbibideo dani.
Look like you're studying really hard, okay? Yeah. You're gonna go.
So it shows you how the farm We interacted with the children and gave them educational supplies, including computers and sports equipment.
like this?
Funny.
Everybody got it?
Very good video. Bye.
That was excellent. Can you do that again? Get the ball in there. No, okay, go. No cheating. Yeah!
No, what is computer? The parts of the computer.
But it never works?
Never work. Already obsolete.
So you've got a computer.
The printer. We have printer. This is the printer. The printer.
Like these children, we hope to improve the quality of life for the children of Tacloban in the near future.